Hi everyone, it's Ray here from City Fan TV, and I'm joined by the main man, the V in the Bang, that is Bernard Dineen. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, you should have said your 5,000 plus subscribers, City Fan TV.
It happened today. It's it's an amazing ride.
Got another 18 months before I hit 5,000, based on what I've got.
I don't know what's happened. People have gone potty for our ugly mugs, mate. Was it what does Blackpool Blu-ray call us? Statler and Waldorf, don't he?
Hinge and Bracket.
Oh, Statler and Waldorf, the guys from the Muppet Show. Well, at least he's not calling us Dick and Dom.
I prefer Starsky and Hutch myself, but
Starsky and Hutch. I don't know if we're Dick and Dom. I don't know which one's Dom.
I'll be the Dick.
Sorry, guys. I apologise for the language.
It's a name. What's up with you?
Sorry. Oh dear. Top of the league and quadruple winners. How you doing, guys? Look, there's not much going on. Well, there is plenty going on, but I'm saving that for another special video. I was hoping to film today. I was up in Southport, but weather weren't nice, and I wanted to come home. It weren't nice enough to go out for a walk and do a video, but I will hopefully be doing a video maybe with Bernard. I haven't asked him yet. I'm jumping on him whilst he's live. No. I'm going to hopefully do one or two more transfer specials, a general stuff of things that
Have you seen that little video Mr. Laporte's put out?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've just made a comment. Brought a tear to my eye.
It did actually. I must admit, I felt a bit worse. I felt a bit more sorry than I thought I would be when I watched it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he did it. He did a heartstrings puller, didn't he, with his goals and his defence, and it reminded you what he'd won at City and what he'd helped us to. And he wasn't passive. He wasn't passive. He was active.
No, go back not too long ago, Diaz and Laporte, that was the partnership, wasn't it?
Yeah. And remember, a couple of years ago, he played, even though he was injured, he played through the pain and helped us to win the league.
I'm sure we'll do something on him. I mean, I've got to do something on him anyway for my thing, but that'll be a few days away yet.
Yeah, I don't think I probably will. I'll have a look at yours maybe. The same way.
Well, if Riyad Mahrez was a three-parter, Laporte. Hopefully, Laporte will get more views than my Mahrez one, but that'll be another three-parter.
Well, you know why no one's watching your Mahrez video? Because he's left.
He's not putting Algerian.
Algerian's not watching anymore. They've gone. I think I lost a few followers when he left. What's my thing? I mean, my thing's been ticking up and up and up. But last night or night before, I saw it tick down one. Thought that's another Mahrez fan gone. But the rest of them, please don't go. Don't go.
Just before we talk, obviously, what we're going to talk about tonight, just a quickie. Is Bernardo just a 1-year extension because we're trying to flog him next summer?
I don't know. I've been out all day this afternoon anyway, so I've not heard any details of anything. I'm
just a 1-year extension. He was there till 2026 anyway.
Okay,
it's now 2027, so it's only a year.
Yeah. The difference is going to be the 1-year extension. That new contract will include a release clause. So City will have agreed, and I can see him leaving next summer. Now that you mention it,
I think I'll say that's what I'm reading into it. He will be 31 at the end of that contract, so he's still, he's still in his peak, really, isn't he? In next year.
Okay. You sidetracked me. We're here to talk about Pep, but I will talk.
I just wanted because I was confused myself, and we didn't have a chance to chat before we came on. So
there's a lot of things going on at the moment. Okay, with names that have been mentioned, and you think, well, why do we need them? Okay, let's talk about some stuff that other people have talked about a little. You got me started. Because they're ignorant, basically stupid. And if you're watching Mr. Igal, I'm talking about you. We didn't panic buy Doku in as much that he thinks we panic bought him because KDB got injured. No, we were interested in Doku, as Fabrizio Romano will say he reported on the 1st of August about Doku. I did a video. I recorded a video either on the 1st or the 2nd of August about Jeremy Doku coming to Man City. So we were already sniffing around. Okay. And I think we were interested anyway, because we've got to be interested in exciting young players coming through. And also Mahrez leaving, once we knew that was happening, then the Doku thing happened. So we weren't panicking about that. There's going to be, every year, we lose one big star. Every year. Joe Hart left one year. Well, probably going, I was going to say Bakary Sagna left the next year. No, but we lost David Silva. No, actually, let's go back. Yeah, actually, that is right. Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Fernandinho, Ilkay Gundogan. Every year, I'm not including Mahrez, every year we lose a top star. We move on. The one I think is penciled for next year is Bernardo. It might be KDB, because he might be, we'll see what is that when it comes back. So the one for next year is Bernardo. And part of me thinks we are already planning for that. That's why he's got this contract. That's why he's got a release clause, which we don't know what that is. It's certainly not the 400 million euros that Barcelona would have put in, that they did for Gundogan. So I can see him moving on next summer. So we don't want to be in a position, and I hate being in a position where someone leaves, then you bring somebody else in. I would much rather bring somebody else in who's got potential, or even a good player, and give them some time whilst that Bernardo is still here, whilst he's maybe the important one. Bring somebody else in, whoever that's going to be. So you've seen today we've been linked with Eze. We've been linked with Nunez. Someone else, I can't remember now. I don't know if you can. And I think maybe some of this is looking towards next year. Because I'm thinking, we've got Jeremy Doku. Okay, you could argue, you might say, we got Jeremy Doku, or we were looking at him anyway, to push Grealish on the left. Because we had Mahrez and Bernardo on the right. Well, Mahrez is gone. Do we need another winger? What's happening with Phillips? Do we need another DM? Because Phillips is potentially going away. What do Nunez? Do we need another winger? That's the first question. Do we need another DM? Where does Nunez play? I thought he's more defensive and Eze's more attacking. So I think part of it, maybe we're looking, and this even talk, and I can't believe this, there's rumours that the Paqueta deal might be resurrected in January. And I'm let the guy get off through this investigation first. I honestly, from what I've read, and I can't believe that people are saying West Ham fans are so happy. Because he's staying, from what I've read, if it's true that apparently he's been investigated as well for the yellow card he received in the first game of the season for an elbow or whatever. So he's had 4 yellow cards in his West Ham career, and 3 of them have been investigated. Now, so I think with Paqueta, if what I'm reading, that people have put the bets on, that he knows in Brazil on Betway, and they did not only did they do him, they did a double with the guy in Spain. I can only see him going to prison. I can say that because he's not been charged. If Ivan Toney was suspended for 8 months for betting on himself, okay, which outside of, it's not a crime to bet on yourself. Okay, it's not a crime. Maybe it's an issue if you're betting against yourself. But spot fixing is a crime. The Pakistani cricketers, they went to jail for that. And what Paqueta is passing, someone else paid them to do it. Well, whatever, whether someone paid him or not, or whether he just gave the information so they could make money, that's a criminal offence, and that's jail time, and that could easily be more than a year. Now, he might get out after 6 months, But I just can't see how he thinks he's getting off if that story is true, that information. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and City have to plan better than this year. I know Pep doesn't want that big squad, but Mahrez left. No one saw that coming. No one saw it coming. Gundogan, they knew they'd already planned for Gundogan. They hadn't planned for Mahrez. So maybe Eze, what is that guy for Mahrez? Maybe Doku is on the left, Eze is on the right. I don't know. Pep, obviously, wherever a winger plays, Pep can switch them. So there's a lot going on. So that's why I think these names have been mentioned, and people coming out and saying we're in a bad. We're not in a bad position. Let's look at a transfer window briefly. Okay, this is my tomorrow's video gone now, so I'm not going to get any views tomorrow. But anyway, we lost Gundogan, who we knew was going. We replaced him, sort of, with Kovacic. Okay. I think we're very happy with Kovacic. We're losing Emerick Laporte. He's been replaced by Gvardiol. That's an upgrade. We lost Mahrez. We brought in Jeremy Doku. Young, a lot of talent. We'll have to wait and see. Where's the downgrade? Bernardo signed a contract extension. Kyle Walker signed a contract extension. And I think we're quite happy with that. Nathan Ake signed a contract.
Walker signed one, yeah?
He's going to, mate. Trust me. He's going to sign one. And Nathan Ake signed a contract extension. There's 3. Phil Foden's come back like a house on fire. Lewis has signed a 5-year contract, hasn't he? Got 5 years on him. So thanks for reminding us. So all that good stuff is going on, and people will say, "Oh, City are in turmoil and panic." Oh, behave. Get out of it. And
wishful thinking, but it's sad when it's City fans doing it. But you know,
you get some City fans,
supposed City fans, anyway.
Don't know who you're talking about. Baldiola, is that one?
There's 3 or 4 get a bit slagged off that I don't pay
there's
much
one getting
attention
slagged off
to.
the Baldiola, and I actually think possibly he could be more detested than me on Twitter by City.
No, probably not, mate. No,
all right, cheers. Mate. I know my position. I know where I stand. But so the fact that some names are always been thrown at City because who we are. We've had words thrown at us. We've had that Italian guy, not Balotelli, Barretta or Baratelli or whatever.
Barella.
I can't remember his name. Nicolo Barella. That the one? Is that the one? Nicolo Barella?
Barella rings a bell.
Barella. Yeah. Nicolo Barella. Why did I say Balotelli? Anyway, Nicolo Barella. The fact that we've been linked with Eze, the fact that we've been linked with 2 or 3 other players, some irons are in the fire. And I said this before KDB got injured, that we would buy a minimum of 1, possibly 2 players. Minimum. And we've, that was, we got Doku in. We were going to get Paqueta. I think that deal was all basically done before the news came out last Wednesday. I think the news came out on Wednesday, or West Ham were told, and then obviously City, as soon as they found out, pulled the plug. So the fact that we're getting linked, and it depends who's doing the linking. Anybody could just say, "Hey, we've been linked with Kylian Mbappe." But it depends on who. You got to have some belief in them. So join the dots. I think we're doing all right. We won our first 2 games, notoriously slow starters. We are nearly top of the league. It's a good start. And I expect Arsenal fans who are basically big mouth no-outs to jump up and down. People are saying that Arsenal are better than City. Well, prove it. We saw it last season. It didn't happen. So, you might have had a good window. I think we potentially look like we're going to have a good window. 3 out, 3 in. Okay, KDB injury. Okay, that's a kick in the, kick up the 80s. Yes, you and me might be sad if Cole Palmer now goes. If we get Eze, there's no space for Palmer, as I see it. Oh, it's very difficult. But that's where we are. So let's not worry too much. Briefly mention it, then I'll read some comments, and then we'll go into more detail. Obviously, we found out yesterday that Pep has had back surgery. He's had a problem with his back for a little while. and it's been giving him some grief. He's had an operation in Barcelona, and he will not be back until after the international window in September. So that's going to be second week of September, I guess.
Yeah, West Ham, isn't it? West Ham is due back for.
Yeah. So he misses 2 games. He misses, you mentioned it, Sheffield United, and you know the second one?
Fulham.
So Sheffield United away, Fulham at home. Games you'd like to think you could win. Now let's go through people's comments, because I know people want the names shouted out. I've not seen Bernardo's video on YouTube, so I'll move on. I think Laporte is disappointing in that he did not want to fight for his place, but he knew he was gone. He knew he was too far down the pecking order. He did try and fight this season, and it's made more difficult next season because we've gone and got 2 things have happened that will hurt Laporte. 1, we've gone and got Guardiola. 2, Rico Lewis has signed a 5-year contract. So he's here to play. And so I can understand that, why Laporte was leaving. And there's no point fighting for your place when you've got no chance. You know, ask Mr. What's his name? Harry Maguire. Ask Mr. Maguire about that. We will be fine with Pep out because our next 2 games are not too hard, said Sean. And he says he was going out of contract in the summer, pretty sure, and this has put the contract up by 3 years. I think, as Bernard said, Bernardo had 2 years left, I think. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed an extension. He wouldn't have done it, because he would have said, "Hey, I'm out of contract in a year. I can go wherever I want and pick up 40, 50 million quid." So no, we'll be okay. Says top of the league. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. This is a new person, Chris MCFC Oscar. Bernardo running down the wing, making Blue Boys sing. We're all going to unbelieve. Rivals crying. They told us he was going not fair. City win the transfer. Well, you could be right there, Chris. I think City do win the transfer window the way things are going. For this year, top of the leagues, put his neck on the line there. No sitting on the fence from him. Bernardo will be hard to replace, but I think we're going for at least 1 more year. Nunes to be mentioned. Bernardo will still stay until at least I said 2024, but we'll see. I think it's 2024. Swap Phillips for Nunes. Well, I tell you what, I'd do that all day long. Nunes can play attack and defend. I'll be honest, I don't watch much of Wolves. Top of the league thinks that's, oh man, top of the league. He's on tapping away, isn't he? Like you say, evening Blues, evening Spencer the Mark. Lost some depth is a real thing. Well, we got some depth back. Hi, MCFC guy. Top of the league says unfair. Glory fans jumped on YouTube since the treble. Yeah, don't worry about them. Sean, buddy, how you doing? Good evening, Blues. Sean's another one who's got 4 trophies there. So he's looking for the quad this season. The 4-timer. Watching us a lot. He's a perfect guy. Let's try and keep up. We need a midfielder, to be honest. Yeah, we probably do need an extra midfielder for depth. Join the hate queue. I've been on that hate wagon for 5 years. Man City Fan TV. As soon as we set that up, people, a lot of people who hated on us, old timers, legacy fans. I remember reading on Blooming. Someone said, "I hope it dies before it's born." You never watched anything we did, and you say stuff like that. We were not Arsenal Fan TV or AFTV as in on. We weren't like that. Even now, occasionally I'll put something out to rattle people, but generally we are pretty straight, and that's why a certain kind of individual likes watching Bernard's channel or my channel, simply because we're pretty straight. We tell it how it is. We do go back a very long way, even though I don't look it. I've been told.
Spring chicken, mate. Spring chicken.
Well, and we get the Blue Rins Brigade because of Bernard, so that's always worth something. But last couple of things. Yeah. Nunes and Eze would not be ideal signings, but if I had to pick, I would go with Nunes because he has UCL experience when he played with Sporting, and he is more natural midfield than Eze.
No, he's just had his medical apparently, mate. So you can't really prefer Nunes over Eze. Yeah. Nunes. All right, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah. Sorry, carry on. Ignore me. Go on.
Doku's had his medical. I said,
Nunes had his medical.
I was thinking, it says he had his medical already. No, I'll tell you what. No,
It's my age, mate. I've had a bad couple of days. Don't listen to me. I've drove places in my car and missed turnings, and I've been doing it for years. So I think my head's going.
No, I always, even if I know where I'm going, I stick the sat nav on. Even if I know where I'm going, because it reminds me. Because I'm same as you, mate. I'm an old fart as well. You're going strength to strength. Cheers, Spencer the Matt. Stick that in there. Sell him to the bin. We can't use that word anymore. We've got to behave. Doofus Creations. Is that? Do you know him?
As long as it's a nice nurse, Big Morgan, I'll have a medical any day you want. A nice female nurse. I have to say that, don't you?
I knew that. That's that joke gone. Then anyway, Bernardo can play right wing. Well, Bernardo is playing right wing at the moment. That's where he's been. He's been playing on our far right, which I would say is probably right wing. He's not been playing midfield.
Yeah, he played a lot crossing over from the left last year, though, didn't he? Yeah. From left back across the diagonal across, so into the right wing position. So everywhere.
So, okay, well let's go back to the topic in hand. I'm actually tired about talking about the transfer stuff. I'm a spent force for tomorrow. Okay, Pep isn't going to be on the touchline. Now I heard Stevie Nicol say that in games, in matches, it won't make a lot of difference because the players will give it everything. But in training, if the top cat isn't there, the mice will play around a little bit. So maybe they won't have the same intensity, focus in training. So simple question, Bernard. How are we going to cope without Pep?
Oh, I'm going to look at this two ways. I mean, Pep, this back problem's been for a while, yeah? It's been going for a little while. We just had a close season break. Why didn't he have his operation during the close season break, for one thing? Was he playing his golf while he's been on this after the Champions League? I know I'm being horrible. I'm being vile, but I'm just looking at it from
he has been playing golf.
Business point of view, from a pure as a boss. If I was Mansour or looking at it, I would be telling my manager to have his operation during the close season, because obviously we had to try and get off to a good start. We have. Yes, we're quite capable of beating Sheffield United away. Yes, we're quite capable of beating Fulham at home. But why risk? Why wasn't he having this operation during the close season and getting himself sorted out? I'm a bit perturbed because it's not just something that's happened. And as I say, was he playing golf? I mean, I've not seen any pictures of him playing golf in the summer, and that's not.
He did play golf in the summer.
So I mean, he's doing this. So it's just, for me, I don't like that aspect of it. We can't. All right, I'll get jumped on. We can't slag Pep off, but I'm just looking at it from a clinical. If I was an owner of a business, I would be saying to my employee, "What the hell's going on?"
Could it be? Sorry, jump in. Could it be that he's got a problem, but he could cope with it? And suddenly it's got worse.
That's the only other thing, where it's just suddenly something's happened. I mean, someone showed a picture of when he. Where was that? Did you see this on Twitter where he fell? He was trying to get back on his seat and he banged the back of his back.
Pep.
Have you seen that image on Twitter? No. It's like a little video. I don't know if it's West Ham's ground. I can't remember, but he goes to sit down and he misses it and bangs, right, the seat into the bottom of his back, and I don't know how new it is or when it was. I couldn't figure out what ground it was at. But as you say, if he started the season, it was fine. He'd probably cope with it, with injections or whatever they do for these things. But it suddenly turned bad for him. We've noticed he did a lot more perhaps crouching down during games, perhaps than he has been doing, kneeling down, crouching down.
Well, the thing is,
I mean, I'm being horrible. I'm being clinical. And I'm being nasty by saying, this should have been done early. But, I mean, we don't know. We probably will never know. We'll never know. But obviously the decision was made that it was fine. And I'm sure they didn't think, after 2 games, you're going to go and have an operation. It's obviously something probably cropped up. Yeah. But, I'm a bit, if you've got a niggle, you get it sorted, don't you? But is it the same guy that was looking after KDB, looking at his back? Oh, you'll be fine, mate. Is it the same bloke? Told him it'll be okay.
No, I don't know, mate. I'm just reading. Someone said Pep suffered this injury from because of he had to carry the 115 charges on his back.
I mean, he was holding them 3 trophies on the tram, okay, when he was juggling them. He was fine. I'm just a bit annoyed by that anyway. So that's by the by. Look, if this team is quite capable beating Sheffield United and Fulham. I have no faith in Lilo. I'm sorry. He went to manage a team. I don't think he did very well there. He won't be back, would he? If he did well, I mean, I might be totally wrong with that as well. But he went to the Middle East to manage a champion, the champions of the time, and he didn't win he didn't win it while he was there. The second time round, apart from what I can see, from what quick look on Wikipedia, I've no faith in Lilo. In the same way Arteta had that game in charge, if you remember, a few seasons ago, and I think we lost it, didn't we? Or we drew. We didn't win anyway, if I remember rightly. I just think Pep's presence there is a hell of a thing to have, and we're definitely going to miss it. And as I said, I don't want to win our first 2 games of the season to draw and win, to drop a couple of points in one of these games because he's not there. But as I said, who've we got on the pitch to keep the guys ticking over? That's the other problem. We've not even chose a captain yet, have we? We're not even. I know
KDB was captain. KDB was captain.
That's what I'm saying. He won't be playing anyway. So I'm saying who's going to instill that? All right, probably Diaz can be the leader from the back on the pitch, but I just don't have faith in Lilo doing the right thing and making the right substitutions. Pep will pick his team, obviously. He'll ring it through. Get the old landline, ring it through to Lilo.
But subs is easy. Yeah. Don't make any.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He'll say to him, just don't make any subs unless. But I mean, we've got mobile phones, haven't we? I'm sure he'll be on the phones. It's not as though it's one of these touchline bands where, in theory, they're not allowed to keep in contact, but they do. But so it's not like that. I assume he can chat to him all match if he wants. Put him on a speaker, get him over to the players on the pitch. It'll be fine.
I know what they do, Bernard. Probably you must have watched Red Dwarf.
Yeah,
big fan. Hologram Pep.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. That's it. Hologram Pep.
Absolutely, spot on. Yeah, this day they say AI is taking over, so create an AI Pep.
AI Pep. That would. Oh, so look, if I was at Man City now, I would be doing that. I'd be doing the AI Hologram Pep. And he could be on the phone, barking orders, calling people over, waving his arms while sat in his bed. Oh, that's it. Hologram Pep.
I've not been on the tour to the Etihad, but they have where he's next to you in the media room into or something. They do some sort of concoction where he's always there with you, so it can be done.
I'm just wondering which Man City sponsors do the IT. Who is it now? Because there's
hopefully not the ones that do the internet connect, the internet connection.
Internet or the website. They're big partners. I'm trying to think now. I can't remember.
This Rob Block, is it Rob Blocks? This game, create a Rob Blocks version of him on a big screen on a big monitor.
What? So, Bernard, I'm writing a tweet at the moment. So what do I tell them? Are we doing a Roblox or are we doing a AI? Are we doing
just need an AI Pep? AI Pep. It sounds better.
I'm just trying to see. I can't find it now. I can't find. We used to have years ago some funny old. I can't remember what it was now. Can't see it easily. So I just thought that would add a little bit more gravity to the or whatever plausibility to my thingy. If I could say who's actually what do QNet do? Do you know what QNet do?
No, mate.
No, it's that's helping your
but
business.
What do OKX do? What are they then? Are they the Roblox thing?
No, OKX. I'm sure it's cryptocurrency.
Well, that's all artificial, isn't it? So they might be good at something like that.
I don't know who Aldar are. That's a real estate company in where's it called? Abu Dhabi. JNC, liquor manufacturing in China. I mean,
you can even watch the training sessions, can't you? You can even have them wherever he is in Barcelona, obviously, somewhere nice, I'm sure. He can even have the training things. I mean, I don't know how deep they go into this, and if they just say, "Oh, get your rest, mate, and come back nice and fit." Or I'll tell you what, if I was his boss, I'd be linking him up. I'd have him wired up. You name it, it'd be there somehow.
Dear. So let's go through some comments. Let me make my note. So AI Pep. I will only get about 3 likes for that, but that's when you haven't got a reach on a certain social media. It might be
just get a headshot of Pep and put the hologram H on that they had it on Red Dwarf.
I can't do that, mate. That's asking me to do some. What's the word?
It won't be hard to put a flipping heck. It won't be hard to get a picture of Pep, put a block H on his head. Even I could manage that.
Oh, you're making me work now, Bernard, aren't you? I will do it. I will do it.
Sky blue 3D H on his head.
Oh, well, no, I don't know where I'm going to find. I will do it, mate. You're making me work. Anyway, well, let's get back to what we're talking about. So let's go through some people's comments. I think Palmer should get more games. Palmer might not be here this season. He might be going now.
Well, I think he's already intimated, hasn't he? If something happens, he's going to be on it. He's going to be looking for a way out.
What's this? Pep. Bernard's right, says Big Morning. Pep out, Bernard in. Sean says, look good every time he comes on. Can't see him staying. Ordered me Jack Grealish home kit. Doku is what you want. Doku. Thought they were the software or kicks. No, they're cryptos. We had no Pep versus Swindon 2 years ago, 1-4-1. Hey, there you go.
Oh, the mighty Swindon, yeah.
But in all seriousness, I'm not bothered about training or anything like that. I'm bothered about the game. Yeah. Do you think it will have a major impact? Seriously,
shouldn't do. I mean, I'm obviously shouldn't do, but I mean, I was already accepting the fact we got no KDB and he's out, or there's no Mr. Stones for a couple of games, and I was really down when I saw about Pep. People were joking about it, saying it was obviously he's getting his back operation because he's come back and play in midfield and stuff like this. And I'd usually put a like or retweet something appropriate, something funny, or try to be funny anyway. Yeah. And I was just so down with it at the time. I might have been going through a bad moment, which I've probably had 1 or 2 recently. But yeah, it did upset me a little bit. I thought, well, 6 out of 6 points, got another 6 coming, hopefully, with Sheffield and Fulham before the international break, before I go away on my holidays, so I can wear my City shirt with pride, because we'll be sitting still top.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Lesbos.
That's Greece.
Yeah, one of the Greek islands. Yeah, so
yeah.
Well, I can wear me top with pride anyway, because we've done the treble. But it would be nice to be top of the league as it stands as well. That'd be even better. So. Yeah, I'm just, I was a bit frustrated. As I said, I started thinking back, why now? Why didn't you have it done when we were all on holiday? When the rest of the guys, obviously, but as you said, there's maybe reasons. Something may have happened since then. I'm being horrible. But I was a bit down. But yeah, of course we can beat Sheffield United. You're flipping heck. Well, I mean, they look rubbish. They do look rubbish.
Yeah.
But we need people to step up on the pitch, because, as I said, I don't have a lot of faith in Lilo. I don't think he was successful. He has been a manager before, hasn't he? He's been a manager before he took on this role, and but he's not set the world alight. I mean, he's stayed at places for like a season here, a season there, 6 months here, 6 months there. He's been all over the place with his Lilo. He's actually a Lilo, isn't he? He gets took everywhere. So yeah, I've no faith. I don't have a lot of faith in him. I know Pep does, because he got him back. He wants him. He's a good sounding board. But hopefully the players and what's been instilled in them already. But it's early in the season, isn't it? Pep's probably still experimenting a little bit. So I don't think he'll change the team much from what played last time, as long as they're all fit. I don't think he's going to start experimenting while he's not there. So, Sheffield United away, probably for me harder than Fulham at home. But, Fulham, they didn't do too bad, did they, last year? And I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah, they've had a bad start. They lost Mitrovic, so that's why I think they've got a problem.
Yeah. So, without him, I mean, he's a big danger, isn't he? So, yeah, we should be all right. But I don't want to say, "Oh, I've told you so." But I've no faith in Lilo. I've no faith in Lilo, and I'm sure we've got good enough players on that pitch to do the business in Bramall Lane and also next week at the Etihad.
Yeah, I mean.
He won't be playing. I'll tell you what, Doku won't be coming on. I don't think we're risking him. yet without Pep there. Let's keep an eye on him.
No chance, mate. The thing is, look, this is when Pep's expected back. Do you think there's a problem if he doesn't come back? On time, if anything else happens?
Well, West Ham away, I want him there. West Ham's that'll be a toughie anyway. So I'll be a bit worried if he's not back for that. It's like anything; he's an inspiration, isn't he? He's got to be. I know he's a pain in the bum to the players, and we see him having not rows with them, but they look into the distance sometimes, don't they? We know what he's like, but it's just when he goes, we won't have him, will he? We'll have to have someone else. But he's just an inspiration to the fans and the players, I think. He just inspires on the pitch. He's being there on the touchline. He can sulk, he can throw bottles and kick bottles and get in trouble. But, I'd rather have him there. Hopefully it'll just be the 2 games. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the West Ham, he'll be back for the West Ham game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the West Ham game is important. I just feel that could be a toughie. And then we've got Arsenal after that.
I've not looked too far ahead. That's October, isn't it? October are the big games with Arsenal and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think the Arsenal one is, well, we got, let me go, West Ham, Forest, Wolves, and then Arsenal. Arsenal's at 8th of October. I might have to make sure I put that in my diary. So, yeah, anybody wants a ticket for the Forest game, I'm not here. And maybe Fulham. I just checking my diary. So, no, I think you'd like to think Pep will be back.
It's just another thing, mate, isn't it? It's just another disappointment on top. It's just all right. It's only a blip, and hopefully it'll be fine. But as I say, I'm not in the most happy, frame of mind. I want to do a 4-peat. I'm dying to do a 4-peat because no one else has ever done it. And say we've started really, really well, even though probably we should have started out, away game against a newly promoted team, a home game, all right, Newcastle, but it's a home game. So, but I just want to carry on. And this is just a little blip.
It's a blip, isn't it? It's a blip.
Yeah.
It's a blip. Hey, question, Bernard. Sorry, I'm going to digress and be childish here. Would you have a P or a H on Pep's head?
H for hologram.
Okay, then you
because it was H. It wasn't R for Rimmer, was it? It was H for hologram on his head.
Yeah, let's put H on Pep's head.
Was it Rimmer? Was it Rimmer the one who had was the hologram?
Yeah, yeah. So what's the title? Exclusive. Exclusive. Man City. Wow. Man City 2. Oh, come on. I thought I put it on there. Man City to use hologram of Pep on touchline. And that's a bit too much. It's a bit too long.
You just do the image and put something fast and quick. That's what you're best doing.
Well, unfortunately, I can't do something fast and quick. I'm a lover, not a fighter, Bernard. But how else you got to say something that basically Man City to use the hologram of Pep on touchline. That's it. You can't really, I don't think I can't see how you can put that in many.
You say, "Oh no, Pep." Now it's AI Pep.
Well, let's look. I haven't got time, to be honest.
Yeah, move on. We
move on. So, yes, we're a bit concerned. We have to be. But obviously, we want Pep to come back fully fit, not to have this niggle, and then basically just to get back at it. I think that's what we all want. And you're right. We need him with all due respect, maybe we're not giving them enough respect, but for the big games, we do need him for that West Ham. Let's go to a quick thing. MCFC guys says we'll win 3-0. Aman C with his, I can see a treble thing there. Treble winners. Very good. Nunes has agreed personal terms with it, and we have made a £50 million proposal. Don't know, mate. Look, I give up. Honestly, I give up on them a long time ago. And so a lot of the others.
Put it this way: we're going into someone now who wasn't on our radar. I mean, we're going to have to pay silly money again, aren't we?
Yeah. That's it. Absolutely. Bernard's, I don't know what that's all about. I hope he's
Bernard's at Lesbos. It's called. You can call it Lesbos or Lesbos. You can pronounce it either way.
He's a Lesbosian. MCFC guy. Alvarez needs to do more. He scored in the last game. What do you want? The young fella scored out the winner. I tell you what, man, you're only as good as your last game, and he scored the goal. Oh, Pep will have an extra 10 days rest in the international break. I think he'll be back he has to come back during the international break. Nah, don't be worried. Don't be worried. Believe in everybody. Believe in better. As I said, I hope Pep comes back reinvigorated. He's had a bit of extra time off, which, as you say, could have done it in the summer. But look, we don't know the full story. We'll never know the full story. I think, and reading some stuff that's out there, I do think City will buy at least one more player. They have to, because of the Paquetá deal going south. Doku is not covered for Paquetá, who is covered for KDB. Doku was for Mahrez. So we will be in that market for another attacking player. And sadly, it won't be, Cole Palmer. I think it could be the end. I was hopeful that if we got Paquetá and Doku, that we could still keep Palmer, but no, MCFC guy, that's not a good. No. If I was a manager, for City, you would see for the first time since
substitutes.
No, for the first time since I'm trying to think the last City manager that got booed by the home fans. Wasn't Stuart Pearce? We've got to go back a bit more, don't we? Mark Hughes?
Well, Hughesy.
Did we boo Hughes?
We're not really big booers, are we?
No. Oh, no, we would be. You think the Champions League anthem booing is bad. If I was manager, I walk out there in my suit on the touchline. I tell you what, there'd be more than boos.
Yeah. It wouldn't be artificial in the air. It'd be something it's beginning with an A anyway. I won't say what it'll be.
Oh, dear. Right, guys, I think we're going to...
Rhymes with farce.
What does it begin with?
A.
Arsene Wenger. Blowing bubbles, absolutely. Yeah, I would be. Well, I tell you what. No, actually, someone asked me to do a gig at West Ham, blow the bubbles for West Ham at the first home game of the season. And what was their first home game?
This season.
Yeah, that was just gone, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But I didn't get the gig. I think I asked for a bit too much money. I thought, well, no, I've got to go all the way down to London for this gig. I'm not doing it on the cheap. And they never got back to me. But anyway.
Just before we go, did you see that? I saw a thing on, I think it's TikTok, what the mascots are paid a year. Did you see that?
Are they getting a lot of money?
I wish I'm going to be a mascot. Yeah, the top five. I mean, City are in the top five. And they all, City United are in it, I think, all pay 70 grand a year to the mascot. 70 grand? I think Hammerhead was he was about 40 odd grand because he's quite popular, isn't it, West Ham? But there's 5 clubs, City included, and United, that pay the mascot. Like, they only said Moonchester though; they didn't mention Moonbeam. So if I was Moonbeam, I'd be a bit upset if I'm on less than Moonbeam.
We don't know. They could be man and wife.
Yeah,
or they could be a couple.
Doesn't matter. It's equal pay, mate. Hey, there's nothing.
Maybe they're doing 70 grand.
70 grand a year. I thought flipping a guy dress up as something stupid for that. Well, I do normally anyway. I'll dress up as something stupid for that.
I tell you what, when these that's why they got Arsenal got rid of Gunnosaurus, didn't they?
Yeah. I think he's in the top 5.
He deserves to be after what they did to him. But I'll tell you what, mate, that's good money for all rope.
Yeah, I thought they could the lowest was 22 grand in the Premier League, the lowest one.
That's still not bad, considering you only have to work on game days.
Well, they might do other things as well.
Oh yeah, they'll probably do other bits and pieces, but your main thing is game days, and maybe visits to hospitals and stuff like that, and whatever. But right, guys, gonna knock it on the head. I will try and do a video tomorrow on all this transfer malarkey, but I did half my chat already, so I don't know if anyone's going to watch that. But thanks a lot, guys. Thanks. Yeah, look, I'm not making a big song and dance about it, but we busted through 5,000 subscribers today. Thank you very much. But I also managed to lose my monetization as well a couple of days ago.
Why?
I didn't update my details because they wanted me to update my details so I could get paid, because I never bothered. I just left it. I thought, I'm not forced to.
Let it pile up, yeah.
Yeah, I let it pile up. And they said it's piled up too much and you need to give us your bank details. And so I did that. Then they said, we need to check your identity now to make sure your bank details are legit. That can take 4 weeks. Oh, you beggars. This is going to be the best period of me getting views and stuff right now. Because in a month's time, people will have drifted away again. So, we'll wait and see. But that's a bit of a blow. I'm going to have to put everything on Premiere so you can't. So if you want to watch Bernard and me, we will be. If you watch us on our OnlyFans accounts, okay,
we're down to 0. We don't watching them, mate.
No. If you watch, listen. If you watch us on our OnlyFans account, you will see the boys in blue, and we will be after you.
You're getting all embarrassed now. I'm getting all coloured now.
You're looking all Gunnosaurus now.
Yeah.
Right, Bernard, thanks a lot, buddy. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Cheers, everyone.
See you, Man Blues. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your week.